Hello, I wanted to take just a minute here on this Wednesday evening and share a thought with you. It's a time when we're kind of isolated and separated, and I wanted to kind of give us all something we could all think on together and read about together. Going to be looking for just a minute in 1 Peter chapter 4. If you want to look there, you can. We're going to be looking at verse 7 and 8 as Peter's writing about living for God and suffering for Christ. Listen to what he said in verse 7. He said, the end of all things is near. Now, this isn't a doomsday message, but if you watch the news very much, the end of all things is near would not be all that shocking to hear. But it was the same. It was the same in Peter's time. They were facing some pretty big obstacles and some major struggles, and for Peter, the end of the world wasn't them losing, but rather winning. He knew that the worse things got, the closer it was for Jesus to return. And so, as he says, the end of all things is near. Maybe you felt that way this week. But he had two important things he wanted his readers to be doing in such a time as the end of all things is near. So listen to the first one. The first one, he said, "Therefore, be clear-minded and self-controlled so that you can pray." Now, Peter understood that as times got crazy and things got difficult, there would be nothing more important than our ability to pray. And he wanted the followers to be praying, seeking God, praying for confidence, praying for courage, praying for one another, praying for a resolution to the situation that they faced. And so, again, I would say today, nothing would serve us better than praying. He mentioned two things we needed to do in order to pray well. He said we needed to be clear-minded, which that word, that phrase there really means to be alert, paying attention, not caught off guard. And so he said in order for us to pray well, we needed to be alert, paying attention, noticing what's going on, not pretending nothing is happening, not burying our head in the sand, but realizing the reality of the situation. So we have to be alert, and but he also said we had to be self-controlled, and that word may be even better rendered as calm. So we needed to be alert, knowing what's going on, but we also needed to be calm, not panicking, not running around making rash decisions, not making foolish choices. But alert and calm, and the combination of those two things, understanding what's going on and dealing with it in a calm and rational manner, enabled them to pray well. It gave them the ability to know what to pray about and how to pray about it. And so the first thing he wanted them to do was pray. But then if you look at verse 8, you see the second thing here at the end of all things. He said, above all, love each other deeply, because love covers over a multitude of sins. And so pray, number one, but love is number two. I mean, there's nothing we can do that's more important than showing and sharing love at a time when the world's feeling a little bit out of control. The more people begin to panic, the more people begin to worry, and the more fear seems to permeate the lives of our friends and family. Love is the answer, and it's the key, and it's the best weapon we've got to fight back against the chaos. And so let's not miss any opportunities to show love and to share love, to add a little extra kindness, a little extra patience, and just look for those opportunities that God gives us to illustrate His love and display His love and share His love with those we come in contact with. So that's 1 Peter 4, 7 and 8. I encourage you to read it and look at it and be encouraged. I don't know that this is necessarily the end of all things, But certainly in a time when things seem to be a little out of control, we could use more prayer and more love. God bless you. Hope you have a great rest of the week.